Namaste, कैसे हैं आप? So before we start this lesson, let's revise our pronouns because these are the words you use very often as the subject in your sentences. I means मैं, we means हम, you means तुम or आप. If the subject is younger than you or is your friend, then you use तुम for you. Otherwise, if the subject is elder than you or you want to show respect towards the subject, then you use आप for you. He, she, that means वह. This or it means यह. They means वे. Those means वो. These means ये. Like you all know that in English also there are certain rules about helping verbs that we need to remember. For example, with I we use am, do. With he we use is, does. Same way in Hindi there are certain rules we need to remember. In this video I am not teaching you how to pronounce these words because I have already made a video on how to pronounce all of these. Please see my video Master Lesson for Hindi Tenses if you have not seen already. You can find the link in the description. It's a fantastic lesson, you should not miss it. Also in that lesson we have covered which helping verb belongs to which tense. So I'm not going to repeat all that again in this video. Here we will just see that how the verb changes its form according to the subject. All these words written in blue are either suffixes to the main verb or helping verbs that come after the main verb. Now let's start. When the subject is I or you, singular male or female, and the tense is either present or future, then we use these helping verbs after the main verb. Let's understand it with examples. We have two verbs here. Study means padh and go means ja. You might come across the meanings like padhna or jana, but they actually mean to study and to go. So whenever we want to make sentences, we should always take only the root form, which is padh and ja. So if your subject is I, which means मैं, and he is a male, then you will add these words after the verb. And your verb will become पढ़ता हूँ, पढ़ रहा हूँ, पढ़ चुका हूँ, पढ़ूंगा, पढ़ रहा होऊंगा, पढ़ चुका होऊंगा. जाता हूँ, जा रहा हूँ, जा चुका हूँ, जाऊंगा, जा रहा होऊंगा, जा चुका होऊंगा. According to the tense. Now you might have noticed that पढ़ became पढ़ूंगा here and जा became जाऊंगा. So for the one verb we chose u की मात्रा and chandrabindu, and for another verb we chose and ga. The reason for this is you cannot write two matras on one word unless it's a chandrabindu only. Now here ja is having already a ki matra. With ja we have a ki matra and it is ja. So we cannot write another u ki matra on it. So we chose this option and ja became jaunga. And in the case of padh, this rh, last word of this verb, is not having any matra. So we can choose this option and padh can be written as padhunga. To show you this difference, I chose these two examples. Now we will continue the rest of the video with one verb. So if the subject is I, which means मैं, and she is a female, then the verb पढ़ may take any of these forms depending on the tense. पढ़ती हूँ, पढ़ रही हूँ, पढ़ चुकी हूँ, पढ़ूंगी, पढ़ रही होऊंगी, पढ़ चुकी होऊंगी. Now if your subject is you, which means तुम, and he is a male, then you will add these words after the verb. पढ़ते हो, पढ़ रहे हो, पढ़ चुके हो, पढ़ोगे, पढ़ रहे होंगे, पढ़ चुके होंगे. And if the subject is you, female, which means तुम, then you will add these words after the verb. पढ़ती हो, पढ़ रही हो, पढ़ चुकी हो, पढ़ोगी, पढ़ रही होंगी, पढ़ चुकी होंगी. Now I for the past tense will follow these rules highlighted in the green. For singular male, past tense, these rules, and for the singular female, past tense, I will follow these rules. We have already seen with examples, so by now you must already know how do we add these words after the verb. So I'm just going to explain these rules now to you without example. So when your subject is you for the past tense, male or female, then you will add these words respectively after the verb. Rest of the slide is self-explanatory, very easy, that your subject is, if your subject is singular male, which means vah or yah, you need to add these words after the verb. Or if your subject is singular female, which means vah or yah, then you will add these words after the verb. If your subject is plural male, or even if it's singular and you want to show respect in case of aap, then you will add these words after the verb. If your subject is plural female, or even if it's singular but you want to show respect in case of aap, you will add these words after the verb. So that's how you need to be careful what your subject is, and you need to choose the helping verb according to the subject. So now memorize these rules. They will help you in your Hindi learning. That's all for this lesson. Goodbye and take care.